The signal wasn't a call for help. It was a call to open the gate. As the Mariana-7 drifts into a chamber below the trench, the crew sees what was never meant to be seen. A city not made of stone, but of living flesh and time. The spiral is no longer passive, it's alive. And the transmission begins to speak. You're listening to SpookyShade, a channel where stories emerge from darkness and ancient things never truly sleep. Subscribe now and descend with us, deeper than fear. Chapter 6, Transmission 7. The gate opened without sound. Not a rumble, not a quake. Just the slow, deliberate parting of impossibly ancient stone, responding to no command, obeying no mechanism, as if it had been waiting. The lights of Mariana-7 illuminated carvings along the edge of the rift, symbols older than language, spirals nested within spirals, too complex for the human eye to fully track. They seemed to twist, subtly, as if alive. No one spoke. Not because they were afraid, because they were enthralled. Evelyn gripped the railing. Her knuckles were white. Petra stared at the readings. This shouldn't be. We're deeper than physics allows. This depth shouldn't exist. Watanabe's voice was a whisper. There's space beneath the seabed. Miles of it. Mason, watching the feed, said, not space. A chamber. The vessel drifted forward, and the signal returned. It began as a low tone, a resonant frequency that vibrated the hull, but not in an external sense. It sank into them, humming in their bones. Petra dropped her tablet, clutching her chest. Watanabe began bleeding from his nose. Then came the image, appearing not on any monitor, but in their minds. A city, buried, breathing, alive, built from a black, obsidian material that bent the light strangely. Towers that pulsed like organs, gates shaped like ribcages, roads that coiled like intestines. Petra fell to her knees. It's sending us visions. It's showing us what it is. Evelyn couldn't breathe. Not from fear. From recognition. I've seen this before, she whispered. The others turned to her. In a dream. Years ago. A city beneath the trench. I thought it was just my imagination, but... She stopped. The signal intensified. Then the voices returned. But this time, they spoke clearly. Not in English. Not in any tongue that should have meaning. But each of them understood. You came. You heard us. You descended. You are open. Mason grabbed Evelyn by the shoulder. Turn the ship around. Now. We can't, she said. We've crossed the event boundary. Whatever this place is, we're inside it now. The pressure outside read as zero. Impossibly calm. But the deeper they went, the more the inside of the ship decayed. Walls began to sweat. Metal warped subtly, as if heatless fire licked beneath the panels. The spiral reappeared. Not drawn. Grown. In the lower deck, the door to the storage chamber opened. No one touched it. Inside, the box was gone. In its place, a figure. Tall. Emaciated. Skin like translucent jelly, coiling tendrils for hair. Its eyes were lidless, glowing dimly in the red light. Mason raised his sidearm, but the air grew thick, so dense that moving felt like wading through molasses. The figure tilted its head, then disappeared. No sound, no trace. Only the spiral on the floor where it had stood, burned into the steel. Petra screamed from the control room. It's not a city. The screens lit up again, displaying sonar returns not from rock, but from movement. Massive life forms. Dozens. Hundreds. Not swimming. Rising. From the walls. From the stone. From the darkness above and below. Those towers, they're nests, she yelled. They're part of them. The signal screamed again, flooding their minds. Open. Offer. Return. Mason backed away. They want a sacrifice. No, Evelyn said. They want a host. Watanabe convulsed in his chair. Blood spattered the console. His mouth moved rapidly, muttering the spiral chant Reyes had spoken before he vanished. Petra tried to help him, grab his arm, speak his name. But he looked up, and his eyes were not his. Black. Reflective. Alien. He smiled. We were waiting. Then he exploded. Not in blood and gore, but into a cloud of fluid. A black mist that spread unnaturally fast. It flooded the console, seeping into the seams of the ship. Lights died instantly. Screens burst. The cloud moved with purpose. Petra ran, screaming, as it chased her through the hallways, turning corners faster than wind, clinging to the walls, whispering names. Mason and Evelyn sealed the bulkhead, but the spiral was already forming on the inside, burning hot, bleeding light. In the final moments of the chapter, the ship shook violently. The last transmission from Mariana-7 began broadcasting automatically to the surface. An emergency burst. It contained no words, only the spiral, spinning, forever.